Hello, I'm Troy Parker, President and CEO of Innovative Labor and Cleaning. This is another Mental Health Monday. I want to talk about the holidays again, but this time from the perspective of those who might struggle with addiction. Many have been sober and enjoying a sober life for 2, 3, shorter times or longer. But a lot of times the holidays present many challenges. Those of you who may be young in your sobriety, 3 years or less, statistics show are at the highest rate of relapse during these periods of time because you're still new in your sobriety and triggers around the holidays many times happen. You could run into individuals at a get-together, a social event that you used to hang around with, be used together, and now you see them again after 3, 4, 5 years. This can be a trigger because it'll bring back memories of the behaviors you used to do. There's also times that stresses because maybe you had issues with a person. It could be a sibling. It could be someone that you work with in the office and you've never seen them in a social setting, but you've always seen them at work. And a lot of times we all know people are different at work than they are when they get out socially. People who already get on your nerves can, after a drink or two, become even a lot more louder, boisterous, and now they're even 10 times annoying. This could cause you to be triggered. What I often suggest to people is, one, if you're going to an event, take someone along with you that is part of your support system. It doesn't have to necessarily be your sponsor, but somebody who's really been there for you, helping you in your recovery. These people are kind of like a designated driver. The designated driver gets you home when you're drinking too much. This person is there to support you. So if you get into one of those situations where someone's getting on your nerves, or you run into an old friend and they're trying to say, hey, well, let's go outside, and you know where it's going to lead, this person act like a guard railing on the highway to pull you back and get you in your lane before you go over the cliff. Also, like I mentioned in the other video, take time to think about scenarios that you might encounter and then imagine how you would handle them. Use the breathing technique I mentioned, where you calm your breathing down, taking long, drawn out inhalations and holding it, and long exhalations. The value of this is when you get all upset and you start breathing real fast, you can't think rationally. That's why people who do things in fits of anger say, I don't know, I must have went crazy, I don't know what I was thinking, because they weren't thinking. When you stay calm, it allows you to think rationally. That way, when you get into a situation that may be a stressor, a trigger, or someone's trying to suggest, hey, why don't you go outside and engage in a behavior you don't want to, you can calmly say, hey, I'm 3 years sober and I'm happy with that. But you're calm, and you can do it in a way where you're not offensive to that person, not meaning to be offensive. Some people could still get offended, but then you're able to exit the situation. Planning ahead, just like having a designated driver if you're going out with the guys or girls to the bar. Planning ahead, having that designated driver, it's the same thing. Having that designated person to help you to see if you get into a situation, it's kind of like having a guy up in the box during a football game. They're able to look and tell you, okay, this is what the defense is doing, that's why this isn't working, and maybe do this. So plan ahead. Also, make sure that you stay connected with your support group as far as going to meetings, as far as staying up on your reading, any tools you're using like meditation, journaling, things of that nature, especially during times where you know it could be stressful, like holidays, or any time, it doesn't have to be the holidays. Using your tools that you've used year after year after year. A lot of times people will get to the holidays and say, it's the end of the year, I just want to relax, let my hair down, and they stop doing those little basic things that have kept them on track. They'll stop journaling. It's November, I'm just going to take November, December off, so I'm not going to go into any AA meetings. I'm not going to go to any NA meetings. But then it's kind of like running your battery down because you're not recharging your mind. So then if you get into a triggering situation, now you don't have that backup that you need. So stay connected to your support system. Also, it's time, if you find yourself where you're kind of down about the holidays and you're getting a little antsy, do something nice for someone else. Many times, and I don't care what your problem is, it doesn't have to be addiction, it can just be any problem. You'll find if you stop and help someone else with their problem, one, your problem seems a lot easier to deal with, and many times the answer to your problem comes so much quicker. So these are a few tips that I'll give you during this time of year, and really any time of year, to help keep you on the road to sobriety. As always, it's up to you to make your life matter, and happy holidays.